Welcome back to the EcoSire ERP Next series. Today, KenyaETIMS compliance. If you sell in Kenya, the Kenya Revenue Authority requires a copy of every invoice you raise. Done by hand, that means rekeying each sale into a separate KR portal and hoping nothing was missed. And the stakes are real. Any gap between the sales in your books and the invoices KR holds is what triggers penalties and audits. What you want is simple: raise an invoice once and have it become a valid tax invoice automatically. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how that works. Here's what we will cover. First, how the EETIMS settings connect you to KRA. Second, how an ordinary sales invoice becomes a compliant KRA invoice. Third, what happens with credit notes. And finally, how to monitor your compliance. We will do it as Harborview Trading, the company we use throughout this series. Everything starts here in ETIMS settings. You set this up once, then rarely touch it again. Notice the orange banner. Sandbox mode. Sandbox is KRA's practice environment, where nothing you send becomes a real tax record. That is exactly where you want to be while you learn. Now the most important setting on this page, and the one to be careful with: environment. While it reads Sandbox, every invoice is practice. The moment you switch it to production, the very next invoice becomes a live, legal tax record, and you cannot take it back. So leave it on Sandbox until KRA certifies your device. Flip this last, not first. Below are the details that identify you to RA. Your taxpayer PIN is your company's KRA number, and branch ID 00 means head office. Then a one-time step: initialize device. KRA hands your system its own control unit credentials. You run it once at go live and never again, which is why these fields are filled and locked. The rest is gentle. Auto transmit is switched on, which is the whole point. Every invoice goes to KRA by itself the instant you submit it. And here are the VAT bands: 16% standard, 0 rated, and exempt. These are set by law, so your accountant confirms them here at Go Live. Now, the everyday flow. This is a perfectly normal ERP Next sales invoice, raised by Harborview to Savannah retailers for furniture and paper, just over 154,000 shillings. Our team submitted it exactly as they would any other. There was no separate KR step at all. And yet, the compliance happened by itself. This is the finished KR tax invoice, and everything at the bottom came back from KRA automatic. Let us name the three that matter. The receipt signature is KRA's tamper-proof stamp on this invoice. The internal data is KRA's own reference to it. And the control unit serial identifies the device that signed it. And here is what your customer sees: this QR code. Any customer or a KRA officer can scan it and confirm on KRA's portal that the invoice is genuine. So to review, the receipt signature is the stamp of authenticity, the internal data is KRA's reference, and the control unit serial is the device that issued it. But how do you know that message truly reached KRA? The app keeps an honest record of every conversation with KRA. This is the transmission log for the invoice we just saw. The exact request sent, KRA's reply with result code 000, meaning success, and how long it took. Your keys are automatically redacted. This is a good moment to separate two screens people confuse. ETIMS settings is where you configure the connection, once at the beginning. The transmission log is where you monitor every message afterwards. Simply, you never come to the log to change your PIN, and never go to settings to check if an invoice was received. Settings is set up. The log is proof. Real business is not only sales. Sometimes goods come back, or you must correct an overcharge. In an ERP, next that is a credit note, and KRA needs to know about it just as much as the sale. This one is against that Savannah invoice for a returned chair, so its value is negative 12,800 shillings, and it points back to the original. And it is handled with the same care. Because auto transmit is on, this credit note went to KRA automatically too. tagged as a credit note rather than a sale, and linked to the original KRA's records, net out correct. Whether you bill a customer or refund one, your KRA position stays accurate. Finally, the screen your finance team will live in. Every message to KRA appears here with its stat. The green rows went through cleanly. But look at this one marked failed, an invoice caught by a simulated network drop. The app did not lose it or fail silently. It flags it, retries it automatically, and only then sets it aside for a human. And that is KenyaETIMS compliance, end to end. To recap and POW, RT, ANDAL, and IMAL, SOL, IK. You configure the connection once, staying in sandbox until KRA certifies you. From then on, every invoice and every credit note reaches ARA automatically, with its receipt data and QR code. And this board proves nothing slipped through. New to invoicing? See our Getting Started video. For payments reconciled automatically, watch the payments video in this series. Thank you for watching. From all of us at EcoSire, we are here to help.